You're listening to MMA Junkie Radio with your host, Gorgeous George, John Morgan, and Goes MMA every day.
How many millions of homes are now watching these UFC events when you factor in China,
I can't
Mexico?
remember what the number is, but it's astronomical. You know, it's a crazy
because it's free
number.
TV for some of these
in
markets,
the
right?
UK, Marshall Lasnik said 400 million people.
Yeah,
Be
it's
400 million homes. Excuse me, we're going to have access to that fight.
The number is astronomical. I mean, it's a huge number, and my theory has always been you have to, you expose this product to more people to help build the sport.
Yeah, I mean, soccer is huge worldwide.
Even
but
this
you
guy
guys are closing.
But even this guy that called and was chirping at me a minute ago about brand eccentric and you're just building the brand and not that. Listen. The cart is before the horse with this thing right now, okay? And the reality is the brand is dragging the sport along behind it. As we build the brand, the sport grows behind it, So people think, listen, all these other businesses that have gone out, and you know this, every company that's gone out has literally called me out. Said the UFC doesn't do this, they don't do that, and this is why we're going to be bigger. They picked a fight, and we competed, business to business, and all these guys are going out of business. There are a lot of smart companies out there, okay? There's fights happening all over somewhere right now, there's a mixed martial arts event going on in the world, all over the world,
right.
Tons of them. And these guys are going to continue to build and make money. All these guys that jumped out and started doing, let me tell you what, I will be fucking shocked if CBS puts another fight on. I'll be shocked. You might see it on Showtime. I'll be shocked if you see CBS do another one. The numbers they pulled were not good numbers. If you look at what we did with a tape fight and look at what they did with a live fight on CBS, because it just doesn't work. You don't just pop up out of nowhere and start putting on fights. It's not how you build any business. Any business you build smaller. And people can say, listen, I've never said anything bad about Scott Coker. I like Scott Coker. He's a nice guy, whatever. The guy was promoting kickboxing matches before this. He was a K1 promoter at a place where they didn't have to sell any tickets. They didn't have to, he really just, it was K1's event. They paid him to kind of organize it over here. They cut a deal with Steve Wynn over here so they'd bring Asian players over. Totally different model. It's just this thing isn't as easy as it looks.
I was at the WEC fights on Wednesday, and as soon as Jose Aldo basically took care of Mike Brown, I saw your reaction, and you were wowed. I mean, it seems like this kid's really been a guy that's like caught your eye.
He reminds me of a little Anderson Silva, man. This dude is nasty. He's nasty.
And I mean, I don't want to jump the gun and say unbeatable, but wow, I mean, a lot of people are giving them that label already. I told him, hey, take it easy. We said the same thing about Lyoto. It's a competitive division, but you got to admit, man, this guy looks tough.
He's good. He's so good.
There's people already that wanted to fight at lightweight. 6 months ago, they wanted to fight at bantamweight. That's amazing.
He was throwing knees like they were punches. Knees just pop up out of nowhere, and he's good. I'm impressed.
You've signed a lot of guys, that for a while that it looked like they wouldn't be part of the UFC's plans. Tito Ortiz, Frank Trigg, even Dennis Hallman, a lot of older names. What about guys like Rico Rodriguez and who's the guy, Pedro Hizzo, that was here today? Some heavyweights.
Yeah, Pedro should have retired a long time ago. I love Pedro. I have nothing but respect for him. I had a great relationship with him the whole time he fought in the UFC.
Yeah. He said he fucked up, and he also said he'd love to come back. He considers the UFC his home.
How does he feel like he fucked up?
I don't know. He just said that was a bad decision for him to leave.
Now, let me tell you what, Pedro Hizzo never did anything wrong when he fought for the UFC. He was a complete gentleman. Mm-hmm. You couldn't have negotiated with and dealt with a better guy. He didn't fuck up anything at the UFC. I have nothing but respect for Pedro Hizzo. Guys that I would say fucked up are guys like Josh Barnett. As good as Josh Barnett is and whatever potential he has, you'll never see him in the UFC. Never.
All right, let's get to some calls here on the Junkie Hotline, 702-736-9461 or 9463. We're here with UFC President Dana White. Junkie Hotline.
Hey, this is John from St. Louis.
What's up, John?
Hey, I got a couple quick questions for Dana. First, we got Tito Ortiz fighting tomorrow. Tito knows how to he knows how to market himself. Would Dana ever consider putting Tito back as an Ultimate Fighter coach?
You never know. I mean, he coached once already in season 3. I would never say never. I wouldn't say no.
Okay, and then Renzo Gracie, anything there? I mean, I heard Matt Hughes
Yeah, we signed Henzo, and Henzo's going to come fight for us. Henzo will probably fight probably next fall. Next spring.
Awesome. All right, one more thing before I go, Dana.
Yep.
Was it the left hook or the right straight that gave Tito that nasty black eye?
It was a headbutt in wrestling. That's funny.
All right, thank you for the question, John
Thanks
from
for
St.
everything
Louis.
you've done for the sport, Dana.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Junkie Hotline.
Hey.
Hello, it's your
Hello.
turn. You're on.
Hey, it's Danae from Michigan. How you doing?
Hey,
What's
buddy.
up?
Hey, I had a question about the Tough Show. I heard there's going to be some changes. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, we're working on some new stuff right now for it. Obviously, I can't tell you because it's supposed to be,
Can I throw an idea out there?
Sure.
All right, what about like something like a tournament-based show? Maybe similar to like how Tap Out did their little spiel on like one fighter, but maybe do like, I don't know, like a bracket for 'em and then do like maybe two fighters a show, like an hour show or something like that?
What do you mean? Isn't that kind of what we do now? These guys
Well, yeah,
fight.
but just without the reality, the
Oh
drama.
man, we can't do that. People love that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reality
They're
is
breaking records this season.
Yeah, the cool thing about the reality part is you get to learn about these guys, and you get to learn who they really are when they live in a house, and you either like them or you don't like them, and it's all part of the deal.
Yeah, you got. You're
Seriously,
right.
you put all this. If you think about most reality shows, tell me you wouldn't like to see some of these people get their asses kicked on the show.
No, you're right, yeah.
Fuck voting them off. Let's kick somebody's ass. You know
Big
what I mean?
country, right? Big country.
Yeah, but nobody could beat them.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you for the call.
Thank you.
Junkie Hotline.
Yeah, Dana.
Yep.
I want to ask him a question about UFC Australia,
Okay.
Where are you calling from?
South Carolina.
Okay.
What's the question, bro?
Elvis Intersect. He's a native Australian, been an ambassador for the UFC over there for
Yes.
10 years now.
Yes, he has, and we love him to death.
I want to see if Dana's going to bring him in for the card.
We had kind of kicked it around and talked about it. I don't know
No,
where.
is this Dana?
Yeah, it's Dana.
I thought this was a call screener. Hey,
No.
Dana, how you doing?
No.
ECW cock from the underground.
Oh yeah, what's up, man? How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Elvis.
No, it's me. Yeah, we're thinking about. Yeah, we talked about it, and I don't know where we ended up on that, but. Let's say if he fights or doesn't fight, he'll be a part of our promotion over there no matter what. We love that kid. He's the best. He's always been just such a good kid to us.
Good. One more question real
Yep.
quick. When are you going to judge the pumpkin carving contest and give us a winner?
I know, dude. You know what? That thing, Cindy Ortiz has been terrorizing me about that, sending me emails and everything else. I swear to God, I'm on it. I looked at them all already. They're great, man. I looked at them all.
What was that contest?
On the Underground. They did it on the Underground. And
Best one.
one of the
wins.
problems was one of the best ones they did is one of me. What am I going to do? Vote on the pumpkin for me? That dude fucked himself by doing one of me, man. It's great
Well,
too.
go
It's the pumpkins they did were unbelievable. I liked Mask too, the one they did at Mask
and Bruce Buffer.
and Buffer, and the one with Gonzaga kicking Crow Cop in the
Oh,
head was pretty cool
good job.
too.
Even Joe Stevens. I mean,
What?
I don't know.
You carve
Joe
a pumpkin
Stevens.
with the Gonzaga kicking crow?
Bro,
They
you
can
wouldn't
do
believe
that?
these pumpkins. You wouldn't believe them. They're insane. I'm going to Twitter those things. That's what I got to do. I got to Twitter them out so that everybody can see them.
Well, you might as well give them the email address, the URL. It's mixedmartialarts.com.
Okay.
Right on.
Thanks,
Thank
bro.
you,
Talk to you
Mr.
later.
Cock from
Bye.
South Carolina. All right. You want to keep going?
Go ahead. Hit me
All
a
right,
couple
sure.
more.
Junkie Hotline. You're on with UFC President Dana White.
Yeah, Dana, this is Jeff from Tampa. It's kind of a two-part question.
Cool.
One is Andre Arlovsky. Are you guys still interested in possibly bringing him back?
No, Andre just got knocked out, for the second time. You know what I mean? Andre would have to win some fights before he could get back in the UFC.
Yeah, I understand his value's definitely gone downhill a lot, but
Yep.
I mean, he's still a big name out there.
I told him, I talked to him and his manager and told him they shouldn't have done what they did, but what are you
And,
gonna do?
and two is Matt Hughes. I've kind of read interviews that he's not interested in fighting younger guys. He wants big names, kind of ride out on the sunset
Nah,
with.
you know what, man? To be honest with you, I tell you right now, if we hooked up this phone right now and I called Matt Hughes and told him I need you to fight George St. Pierre, I need you to fight Anthony Johnson. I mean, Matt Hughes has never said no. Matt Hughes has never said no to any fight, whether he liked it or didn't like it. He's one of the guys who helped build this organization because of the type of man he is. Matt Hughes would never turn down a fight. Believe me when I tell you.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doubting that. I'm just asking what big names are left that Hughes hasn't fought besides Enzo, maybe.
Yeah, no, you're right. And, I think there's a couple more fights out there for Hughes before he retires.
All right, well, that's all I wanted to hear. Thank you for everything you've
Thanks,
done for
bro.
the sport,
Thanks for
man.
the
We
support.
definitely appreciate it.
Thank you, man.